And next, activities. So here activity first for the physical change. In the activity first, that here this is given aim. Take some water in a china dish and dissolve some common salt in it. Taste the solution. You will find that it tastes salty. So here you have to mix the salt in the water and you have to keep in the evaporating dish. You have to heat this until all the water molecules change into the vapor form. So in the last final product in the evaporating dish, you will get the solid residue material, and this solid residue material tastes salty, means this is the salt, this is the common salt. So here by this experiment we can prove that here no any change in the substance, no any change in the substance. That's why this is the physical change. So here take some water in a china dish and dissolve some common salt in it. Taste the solution, you will find that it tastes salty. Now heat this salt solution until all the water evaporates. A white residue will be left behind. Taste this, you will find that it is common salt. This proves that no new substance is found by dissolving common salt in water. Thus dissolving common salt in water is a physical change. And next activity, activity second, activity 2. This is also the physical change here. This proves that physical change. Here aim to show that sublimation of camphor is a physical change. Sublimation means the solid substance directly change into the gaseous form. So here to show that sublimation of camphor is a physical change. So in this here materials required: an evaporating dish, a funnel, a wire gauge, a tripod stand, camphor, cotton wool, a Bunsen burner. Procedure: take camphor in an evaporating dish. So here we can see in the figure one evaporating dish. And in this evaporating dish we have to take the camphor. And then wire gauge you have to take. This is the wire gauge. Wire gauge for the distribution of the energy you have to keep on that, and by using this the energy distributed in all the parts of the evaporating dish. And now you have to heat this. This is the tripod stand. We have to heat this. By using the Bunsen burner, and this evaporating dish covered by the funnel, and this funnel, this is made by the glass, and this closed by the cotton plug. Here the knob of this you have to close by the cotton plug, or also we can say cotton wool. This is funnel. And in this experiment here, if you heat this, so camphor will change into the solid form. This solid camphor will change into the gaseous form by heating. Directly the solid state of the camphor will change into the gaseous form. And this process is called the sublimation, and this substance is called the sublime substance. So here camphor is the sublime substance, and this process is called the sublimation process. In this way here, these gaseous camphor means by heating this will change into the gas form, and this gaseous camphor will stick means deposited at the cooler part of the funnel. Deposited at the cooler part of the funnel. And you have to, after heating, you have to stop this heating procedure. Then you will observe that these particles deposited on the wall of the funnel. So here, due to the deposition, this is in solid form, solid powder form. And here, if you observe this, so this is also the camphor. Means camphor solid state change into the gaseous form, and these gaseous camphor deposited at the cooler part of the funnel. So here these deposited means this is also in the solid form, in the powder form, and this is also the camphor. Means no any change in the substance. So this experiment also proved that physical change. And here given procedure, take camphor in the evaporating dish, cover the evaporating dish by inverting a glass funnel over it as shown. Block the end of the stem of the funnel with cotton wool to prevent the vapor of the camphor from escaping into the atmosphere. Now heat the camphor gently. And observation on heating the camphor, white fumes are seen. White fumes. These fumes then change back to solid camphor along the cooler upper part of the funnel as sublimate. This can be removed and collected as pure camphor. Conclusion: camphor sublimes on heating. We can get back camphor from its vapor on cooling. So sublimation is a physical change. And next activity third. To show that heat is absorbed when evaporation of surgical spirit takes place. So materials required: surgical spirit, cotton wool. Soak some surgical spirit into a piece of cotton wool and rub it gently on your palm. Means you have to soak some spirit. Surgical spirit into a piece of cotton wool. So you have to soak some surgical spirit. Surgical spirit means ethanol. This is alcohol. So if you rub on the palm of your hand, so here you will observe, you will feel cooling sensation. What is the reason for this? Because this spirit absorbs the heat energy from your palm. So here soak some surgical spirit into a piece of cotton wool, rub it gently on your palm. Observation: you will feel a cooling sensation on your palm. Conclusion: surgical spirit absorbs heat from your palm. This causes the feeling of coolness. And next topic here, changes involving energy. Energy change in a physical change. So after this, energy change in a physical change. Next topic, energy change in a physical change. So here energy change in a physical change, but here amount of energy very less. So this energy is not the significant change of the energy. So here physical change means mainly change of state of matter or dissolving of the substance in the liquid, means in the solution form. Suppose that if we dissolve the salt, sugar in the water, so here also dissolving the solid substance means substance in a particular liquid. So here first of all we can see state of change of matter, change of state of matter. So in this case this is solid state. Liquid state and gaseous state. So here we know that if we give the heat energy to the solid state, so here the particles vibrate more. Solid particles vibrate more, means movement more, we can say. And in this way, interparticle force of attraction decreases. And when the interparticle force of attraction decreases, so here interparticle spaces increases. And that's why, because what is the reason for this? Because these particles absorb energy, and due to the absorbing of energy, these particles vibrate more, means move more, and due to this interparticle force of attraction decreases, and here interparticle spaces increases, and that's why the solid change to liquid state. So here these particles absorb energy, and this energy in the form of kinetic energy, and this energy is stored, means energy is stored in the interparticle space. So that's why the solid change to liquid state, because here we know that in the solid state interparticle space is present. So here these solid particles absorb the energy, and these energy means these particles vibrate more, move more, and in this way interparticle force of attraction decreases and interparticle spaces increases, and in these spaces energy is stored, energy absorbed. So that's why the solid change to liquid state. In the same manner, if we heat the liquid state, further heat the liquid state, after the solid, if we heat the liquid state again, so in this way here these particles move more than the previous, and interparticle force of attraction decreases, and here the interparticle spaces increases. Why this interparticle spaces increases? Due to the absorption of energy, because here the energy is stored in the interparticle spaces, and due to the storage of energy in the interparticle spaces, the interparticle spaces automatically increases. So here interparticle force of attraction decreases and interparticle spaces increases, and in these interparticle spaces energy is stored. And after this, if we heat the liquid state, after this solid state to liquid state, and here interparticle spaces increases, and due to increase in interparticle spaces, this change into the gaseous form. So here if we heat the solid state, so solid change to liquid state, and if we further heat the liquid state, then liquid state change to gaseous form, because here interparticle spaces increases, and in these interparticle spaces energy is stored. So here we can say, here in the physical change, here energy change, because interparticle spaces increases, and in these interparticle spaces energy is stored. So in this way here change of energy takes place, but the amount of energy very less. So this is not significant change in energy in the physical state. In the same way, if we dissolve the substance in the liquid state, here also the energy change, here also the energy absorbed, energy means energy change here, energy change takes place, energy absorbed or evolved. And here also we can see in the change of state of matter from solid to liquid, liquid to gas, and we are seeing here the energy absorbed between the interparticle spaces. And in the same way, If the gas change to liquid, liquid change to solid, so what will happen here? So here if we cool the gaseous state, the gas will change into the liquid state. If we cool the gaseous state, so gas will change into the liquid state. What is the reason? Because by cooling, here the particles interact with each other. And why these interact? Because here interparticle force of attraction increases. If we cool the gaseous state, so here interparticle force of attraction increases. And due to increase in interparticle force of attraction, here the interparticle spaces decreases. And when the interparticle spaces decreases, then the energy released. Because here interparticle spaces decreases. Because here interparticle force of attraction increases. So here if we cool the gaseous state, so here by cooling these particles interact with each other. Because interparticle force of attraction here increases. Movement of the particle here less because we are cooling. So here interparticle force of attraction increases. Movement decreases. The particles movement here decreases because we are cooling. So in this way the particles interact with each other because here interparticle force of attraction increases. And due to increase in interparticle force of attraction, interparticle spaces here decreases. And when the interparticle spaces decreases, then the energy release, energy evolved. So in this way, when the interparticle spaces decreases, energy releases and the gas change to liquid state because here interparticle spaces less than the gaseous state. And if we cool the liquid state again, so here movement of the particles here slow down. These particles slow down means movement will be less. So in this way, here the interparticle force of attraction increases more in the liquid state, and due to this the particles interact with each other more, and then after interparticle spaces here decreases, and due to decrease in interparticle spaces, here the energy release or evolved. And finally the liquid state change to solid state. So here by this we can understand by heating the solid change to liquid, liquid change to gas. Why? Because by heating the solid state, interparticle force decreases, interparticle spaces increases. In these interparticle spaces, energy absorbed, and that's why here space increases. And again, if we heat the liquid state, so this will change into the gaseous state because here interparticle force of attraction decreases and here interparticle spaces increases more because here more storage of the energy. So that's why the liquid change to gas state. And if we cool this gaseous state, so here interparticle force of attraction increases because the movement of particles decreases, and that's why these particles interact with each other, and due to the interaction here the interparticle spaces decreases, and when the interparticle spaces decreases, then energy release means energy evolved. And then after gas change to liquid state. Again if we cool the liquid state, so here the interparticle force of attraction increases and interparticle spaces decreases, then energy released from the liquid state, and the liquid state change to solid state. So here the energy absorbed or evolved, but here amount of the energy very less. So this is not significant change in the physical change. And then after energy change in the chemical change. So here energy change in the chemical change. Energy change in the chemical change. either the energy absorbed or evolved. So in this way, here in the chemical change, arrangement of the atoms takes place. Arrangement of the atoms. For example, if you react the nitrogen and hydrogen, if we react the nitrogen and hydrogen, so in this way, due to the reaction, here this gives the ammonia, NH3. So ammonia formula NH3. When the nitrogen react with the hydrogen, nitrogen means N2, hydrogen means H2. When react with each other, so this will give the ammonia, means NH3. So here in this we can see here nitrogen if we take N triple bond N, and here also hydrogen. So in this way here ammonia develop. Ammonia means we can write here in this way. So here we can see in this example that arrangement of the atoms takes place. Here only nitrogen atoms, and here only hydrogen atoms, but here the nitrogen and hydrogen combined, means here breaking of the bond takes place. Here also the breaking of the bond takes place. And this nitrogen combined with the hydrogen. So here one nitrogen combined with the 3 hydrogen. So here six hydrogen required for one nitrogen. So one nitrogen require 3 hydrogen. Means 2 nitrogen require 6 hydrogen. And here we can write for balancing 2 NH3. Means N2 plus 3H2, 2NH3. N2 plus 3H2, then 2NH3. So here 6 hydrogen, 1 nitrogen combined with the 3 hydrogen, and this gives the ammonia molecule. And this second nitrogen atom again combined with the 3 hydrogen, so this gives the ammonia molecule. So in this way 2 ammonia molecule we will get. We can write here like in this manner N2 plus 3H2, then this gives the ammonia. So here we can see here arrangement of the atoms takes place. Arrangement of the atoms takes place. So here breaking of the bond, formation of the bond takes place. So here energy absorbed or evolved. So in this way here many reactions the energy absorbed. Suppose that very common example we can take photosynthesis. In the photosynthesis this is chemical change, and here light energy required, sunlight energy means absorbed. So here energy absorbed, this may be in the light form, in the sound form, in the heat energy form, or the energy released or evolved. So energy absorbed or evolved. So why this energy absorbed or evolved means due to the arrangement of the atoms takes place. In many reactions the energy absorbed, in many reactions means the energy evolved or released. So in this way photosynthesis if you take, this is the example where the sunlight energy absorbed. And if you take the example, suppose that quicklime, in the previous video I explained, quicklime react with the water, means if you mix the quicklime calcium oxide, quicklime, if you dissolve in the water, so this change into the calcium hydroxide, and this calcium hydroxide is called the lime water, and in this reaction much heat energy released. So here heat energy released. So here when any chemical reaction takes place with the absorption of the heat energy, we will say endothermic reaction, and when the reaction takes place with the evolution of the heat energy, this is called exothermic reaction. So that time